Hey guys, it's Lacie. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, make sure to subscribe. It's down there, unless when I'm editing this, decide to put it up there or somewhere on the screen. So, also this week, Shadow will be over there somewhere. I haven't really figured out what time of the video, but they will be in like a little eye up here. If you can't see it on laptop, you won't be able to see you shout it out, but they will be new subscribers this time. So if you want to know if you made it or not, check up there and make sure to subscribe to everyone's channel and do a sub for sub, which is, if you don't know what that means, it's a where you both subscribe to each other's YouTube channel, become YouTube friends, and yeah. Okay, so today before I start the video, I'm gonna say this video was gonna be up on Monday. Sorry. But when I decided to film the video, it was already really dark outside and the sun has set because the time changes. So videos will be up by 4 or 4:45, between 4 and 5 every single day. They were like between 5 and 7, but now they will be between 4 and 5 when I am uploading on the days, and I'm trying to get to 3 days a week. This week I have 3 videos planned, so yeah. Plug my charger in just in case it dies, because it was like running. Okay, so by the way, disclaimer: if you also see me like drinking something, it is juice. And I have a sore throat, so that's kind of good. Okay, today's video is going to be not another tag. It's going to be a video where I watched another YouTuber. I'll say her name when I get started with the video, but she's like an author type of person, and she wrote a book, and I started watching her videos, and I'm like, what if I do a video on how to write a novel? So that's going to be the title, is how to write a novel, like develop characters, and like I'll show you how to, or like something, and I'm gonna leave all the links and stuff to the websites, and I'm gonna talk about what the websites do, and you can join all of them down below, and I'll leave some of the formats down below, or like not formats, but like things where you can just copy and paste it. So by the way, I'm getting all of this out of a binder I made on my other channel. It's kind of pathetic now, but if you want me, it looks so bad when the sun is hitting it, but it looks kind of good up close without the sun hitting it. And if you want me to do a updated life binder, let me know. And this intro is already 3 minutes and 12 seconds long, so let's just get on with the video. Okay, so basically, I just have like everything I'm supposed to say and talk about in these things, which I am trying to get. Okay, so first of all you do want a binder when you're writing a novel, because it will be good if you guys want me to do a like binder novel for what I have in my binder, like a different binder for my novel stuff, then let me know. So basically, if you want, you can do a starter page, and I created this off of Google Docs. If you want a tutorial on this, let me know, because I did like different things where it said in the middle and like different pictures. This one just says story, what is your story, feed me a story, and then I did 2 quotes on the bottom of every single paper I did. This one says fan fiction isn't copying, it's a celebration, one long party from the first capital letter to the last full stop. The other one says, don't forget, no one else sees the world the way you do, so no one else can tell the stories that you to tell by, I don't know, by Charles Dickens. So yeah, that's just something I want to show. So now the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the 3 different types of stories there are, and like what they are, just in case people don't know these, because this video is like to help like new authors and like authors who want to become, or just like authors in general. There will be tips in this too. So the first one is science fiction. Science fiction is based on imagine future scientific or technological, I can't say that, technological, I'm just going to put it up here, advances and major social or environmental changes, frequently portraying space or time travel and life on other planets. Like you can do a story like on life on Mars. That would be a science fiction. Now for non-fiction. Non-fiction is prose writing that is based on facts, real events, and real people, such as biography or history or something that you've been through. So you could do like your dog died, because that's like a real event if it actually happened. The last one is fiction. Fiction is literature in the form of prose, especially short stories and novels, which the one I'm writing right now ties into both two categories, non-fiction and fiction. The rest of fiction says that describes imaginary events and people. So like, mine is just a non-fiction novel. Okay. So now some tips on how to write a novel. Tip 1. Read everything you can lay your hands on, meaning articles, other people's stories, everything. Number 2. Protect space and time, which meaning don't let anyone see what you're writing the time you're writing. After you publish it and have an editor or you edit yourself, read it and you publish it, then let other people see it. Tip 3. Introduce your main characters and themes in the first third of your book, meaning the first 3 chapters of your book. Or the first quarter, but you usually want them in the first third. Tip 4. In planning the stage of your book, you don't want to plan the ending. You want to leave the ending for when the story gets there. That was 3. Tip number 4. In planning the stage of your novel, you always want to keep a notebook or journal or something like that. Tip number 6. It's doubtful that anyone with internet connection at his or workplace is writing good fiction. That means that they're not always writing something about imaginary person. So yeah. Tip number 7. Interest verbs are seldom very interesting. So use verbs, actions, things like that. Tip number 8. Read it. I thought someone was watching. Tip number 8 says read it out loud to yourself, because that's the only way to be sure the rhythms of the sentence are okay and they make sense. Tip number 7 says listen to the criticism and the preferences of your trusted first readers, which means the first 2 people that you want to show it to, that you trust it and won't tell anyone about your story until you publish it. Tip number 10. Be your own editor and critic, because if you choose your own editor and critic, you might get disappointed on what they have to say in your story. So like the quote said, no one else can tell your story, so you want to edit it and be your critic yourself. Tip number 11. I can't hold up 11 figures, so I'm just gonna go like that. Don't panic midway through writing a novel. So if you get stuck, don't panic. Just come up with a different event or something. This video is going to be probably 15 minutes. I'm sorry. And the last tip, never mind, it wasn't the last tip. Tip number 12. The reader is your friend, not an adversary, not a suspect. So you want a spectator. So you want to tell everything that you tell your friend that happened to you. Tip number 13. Keep your I'll just leave it right here again. Points under control. You are allowed no more than 2 or 3 per 100,000 words per words of prose. Tip number 14. Remember, when people tell you something wrong or doesn't work for them, they're almost always right, because they're just right. And that you should listen to other people when they're reading your book, because not always listen to them, but listen to some people. Tip number 15. You know that sickening feeling of indicatancy and overexposure when you look upon your own employed prose. Relax into the awareness that this hostile sensation will never ever leave you. No matter how successful in publicity spotted you became. So just remember that. Tip number 16 is the last tip. It says the main rule of writing is that if you do with enough assurance and confidence, you will be fine. So now I'm going to be talking about how to develop characters. And if you want me to like show you how to develop characters, leave me a comment below and I will do that. So here's some things that you want to like think of. You want to come up with their name, age, job, ethnicity, which if you don't know what that word means, it means race, appearance, which means like their body figure and like what they're about. The residence means like their house numbers. Pets, if they have any pets, animals, the religion, and you want to make everyone a different person. You don't want to make anyone the same, or else your story will be boring. What they like to do in their free time, like their hobbies, if they're single, or if they're in a relationship, or if they're married, or if they're like a widow, if they have children. I'm sorry if I'm talking about. I don't know what I'm talking about. Their temperament, meaning their attitude, their favorite color, their friends, their favorite food, their drinking patterns, meaning like if they drink alcohol or like what they drink in a regular day. Their phobia, meaning if you don't know what that means, it means what they're afraid of. Their faults, meaning their flaws and like what they're bad at. Something hated, something that means like they hate something. Again, their temperament, because that's like a big issue. Their secrets, anything they keep to themselves and don't tell anyone. Their strong memories, like what they remember as a kid. Any illnesses, meaning diseases. If they get nervous during like speaking, or if they're just always nervous. And their sleep patterns, meaning if they have trouble speaking, like sleeping. So now I'm going to talk about different websites, and then I will show you a like thing, and the video is almost over. Okay, like I said in the beginning of the video, I got this idea from Vivian Riss. Her channel will be up there and down in the description. She wrote a book, like I said, and she is amazing, more than I can even say. So yeah, I actually did research on these, so I didn't copy her. So yeah. So some of the, I think the first 6 websites are like websites that you can like do certain stuff on. So the first one is readersofthefutures.com. will be in the description, linked down below. They all will be, and it helps you like find writing contests, like where you can enter your novels, short stories, or something, or enter what you're working in, like if you have a poem or something. youngwriterssociety.com. it helps you find other writers, look at their books and leave a review, and find people or join like clubs to like read. You can enter or share stories, and they also have like a poetry and a short story section there. Booksy.com is the third one. You can fan people, you can read others, you can promote yourself, you can share your work, and you can review others' books. So yeah. Storystar.com. It lets you like publish your book, motivate others, and reading their stories, and helps you shine as an author. By the way, disclaimer again in the middle of a video, sorry about that. I actually do use all these links and stuff I'm talking about. WritersDigest.com. it finds articles, enters and publishes your work. You get weekly prompts if you having a hard time with reading. You can join groups, get help. There's competition events, and they help you find resources. TheStoryStarter.com. it generates like used, and it's like a generator. It's a generator that helps you like find. It gives you like a sentence, and like you can base a story or something off of that sentence that they give you. It is used for short stories, novels, plays, movies, and scripts, or fun, just for like fun. And it's also used for any writer of all ages and used in classrooms. And if you don't want the first sentence they give you, you just like keep clicking the like button that they give you until you like it. TeenInc.com is also a magazine, but it also has poetry, fiction, notifications, reviews, and you get reviews, and you can enter and publish your books. You can enter art and photos, you can enter contests. They have summer programs that you can join, and they help you get into college basically. So now I'm going to be talking about how to get a website. Yes, I'm just combining all this like different novels. I could have different videos into one video, just to let you know. But if you want me to go into more in depth on one subject, let me know. Wix.com is one of the websites, or Gimido.com. They both create free or like less expensive website. Wix is totally free. I have that, by the way. So these these 7 generators are things that will help you in your story that I actually use to create my characters and stuff. So the first one is character.namegeneratorfun.com, and it like lets you like think of any person's name. The next one is fakeaddressgenerators.com, and it gives you a like fake address that you can use in your story. FantasyNameGenerators.com/towns_names is another website that gives you like fake or like fantasy towns, fantasy countries, fantasy addresses, fantasy SI, like SSI, like numbers, credit card numbers, and that you can use. The next one is a babynamegenie.com, and that way, like if your character has a baby, then you can use that, or if you just want to use the name that they give you for an adult character, you can. The next one is yourpet.com, and if you want to use your own pet's name or pet's name you want to come up with, you can. If not, you just say what type of animal you want, what like gender you want them to be, how old they are, and then it will just like give you random names or the popular names. The next one is bestlittlebabe.com, and that one just gives middle names basically. Random name generator .info/last names gives you last names basically. So that's that one. So before I get onto the last thing, well, I'm just gonna talk about this. See how basically you want to like list all your characters, and like for this one, girl, and then you list if they have a mom, dad, boyfriend, best friend, and like different persons, and then you list like what you need a generator for, and I did that. Okay, so the next thing is a plot chart that you want to set up. Looks like this, and you just like fill it out. Like down here is the beginning and inciting incident. Up here is the rising actions, the climax, and the falling action. And then like if you want, you can leave like a cliffhanger, and that's what I'm doing on mine. Thank you guys for watching, and I'm sorry it was a long video. I just wanted to get all the information on how to write an novel out. Make sure to subscribe and follow me on my social media. Make sure to like and comment this video and subscribe to all the others shoutouts I left up there. And if you want to shout out again, or if you're new and you want to shout out, leave that in the description box below, and I'll see you guys next time. I love you and goodbye.